we're finally going to see the airship, and Hoblet's gone. This week on Hapless Heroes.
Would you like the ham or the snails?
Hello and welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave. I'll be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Introducing our cast around the table. For a change of pace, we're going to start from my right. Introducing, as now a member of the main cast, we have Phil as Hedrick the Entertainer.
Oh, it's good to be back, baby.
Yeah!
To his right, we have Massimo as the gorgeous Morton Mack. To his right, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
Captain, I am the captain. We will figure this out. I'm not that angry.
I was really hoping he was going to go with the look at me line, too. But to his right, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
My plan is just to watch that Quinn situation play out.
To his right, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Almost ready to depart, Captain Zero.
That's great.
Oh my God, if I could just bottle that reaction. Fantastic. To his right, rounding out our table, we have Zach as Parrot of Lincoln Woods.
I don't know. I think I'm feeling a little captain-y today.
I guess everybody can be a captain. Whatever. Okay. Just whatever. Just put the title in front of
Did
your
you go to
name.
school for captaining?
Did you go to school for captaining?
Did you go to school for captaining?
I mean, my father was a captain. I'm just genetically like.
Oh, so that makes you.
Oh, so you're homeschooled.
So you're like a trust,
Yes.
you're like a trust fund captain.
patrilineal descent of captainship.
I think he's just got hat envy.
For sure.
Wow.
I really do want the hat.
Wow, guys.
Fight for it. You can get that hat. There are ways for you to get that.
You cannot take that hat off. Zero, good
If
luck.
he wants that hat off of Zero, the first thing he's going to need is a ladder.
See, I.
He just called you short. Whatever.
Zero's
No,
like
I'm not
6'8".
sure.
He's kind of
He's
huge.
just large. Right.
Maybe you're just short.
I mean,
Maybe he's got height envy, too. Jesus. Like,
I mean,
know,
there
whatever
are
this guy
there are
be.
many other shorter people in this party
Just
than
pile on the insecurities.
Not anymore. Oh, other than Felix. Felix is small.
So I guess
Felix,
last time,
Paradil's also
I guess it's safe to
small.
say that last time on
Murph.
the show, Quinn was feeling insecure.
And this time on the show,
I'm
Quinn
not-
continues to feel insecure.
Listen, I'm just feeling a little bit green, okay, with envy. Feeling it, okay. It's a normal reaction.
Completely healthy.
It is a human. It is a human normal reaction.
Okay, I'm actually going to do a thing here.
Before we do that, can we just recap the rest of the
Yes.
thing real quick?
All right, so the concert is finally coming to an end. The party left in advance of the end of the concert, probably for
Beat
the
the
best.
traffic,
You
yeah.
would have gotten mobbed getting out of there. It would have been ugly. It would have taken you all night. So you
We
get back
completely
to the
gave
ship.
up on doing security, though. That was
Sten Crossbreeze is holding it up for everybody.
Also, the largest security threat has now been dealt with, and
And
now
it-
Hoblet is taking Angus Core to the Grey Citadel.
And all of our interns are there, and they're relatively.
Yes.
well-equipped,
So as this is going on, as the concert comes to an end, Marion Black flies his avian form back to the show to collect up the rest of the interns. He secures just about everybody. I'm trying to think, how would we dispose of Stenton Crossbreeze in this?
He can just be a crewmate.
yeah, he can just be on
literally
the ship.
just working.
Okay. Yeah. Silently competent as he is. Stenton Crossbreeze, Pregnart, Frankie Wilde, even Hedrick the Entertainer, who happened to be at that show, because why would he not be at the greatest concert in the history of
Everything.
concerts?
Yeah, right.
He was there, and a very keen-eyed Arion Black scoops him up along with everybody else and encourages them toward the airship. we cut to maybe about an hour after the show. Everyone sort of gets there. It's late at night. We're talking about 1 a.m, and everyone has sort of assembled at the airship. Is anyone trying to do anything this hour?
I just want to ask a quick question because Dob Gelding promised Frankie
A lot
Wild
of
and
money.
the interns 50,000 gold. And I just want to make sure that did the interns get paid?
No, who got paid? Jarrell, because Jarrell also got paid. What was it? A quarter for
Yeah.
security?
Well, I was going to say we also negotiated 25% as the heroes to be security.
So that's 50
I just
plus
want to make sure
25.
that before we address anything else, that I know it's late, but has Dob Gelding made any attempt to reach out to us?
Dob Gelding is currently nowhere to be found.
Okay, I'm feeling kind of spry this evening, fellas.
Spry.
And now that we have our affairs in order, the airship's good, and I've gotten my bearings back and just processed all of the shit that just happened, we should probably get paid, right, for that job we just did?
Oh, imagine so. I wasn't doing that for nothing.
How did you guys feel about that Dob fella? Is this a guy that can wait till the morning, or is this someone we need to chase down right now?
We should shake him down.
I'm not the sort of person who would recommend shaking down my former manager, but I'm the sort of person who would genuinely enjoy shaking down my former manager.
I mean, Frankie said that we should shake him down too. I guess I'm just...
I mean, literally shake him down.
I mean, I definitely want to get paid.
I just
so-
want to get paid. I don't actually want to shake the guy like physically unless we have... I just don't...
Lift him up by his boots.
No.
Turn him upside down.
There's nothing a good conversation can fix.
Shake it
We
up.
were promised money. We will go get the money, and we will make our preparations, and then we will go.
So the party, what has the party decided to do?
I think we're voting shakedown.
Yeah, we're doing
A
that.
shakedown it is.
Ooh, I do so enjoy the shakedown, especially when it's not happening to me. Very rare.
Also, Felix has never met Hedrick. So I'm going to turn to this beautifully mustached man.
And walking up the deck, you hear this. Oh, you guys were amazing. I've never seen a performance like that before. You guys definitely got to get paid for that shit. I would not let that slide.
In my defense, I've never done a performance like that before.
Well, first time for everything, pal. You nailed it.
Feeding his ego.
There's only one thing to do in a situation like this, but we will cover that after.
Wait, Frankie, did we collect a groupie? Hi, fella. What brings you here?
Oh, pardon me. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Hedrick Hollandworth, the entertainer. And I hope I get to play for you, little sir. What is your name?
My name's Felix. That's pretty cool. You look like a musical fella. That's pretty nice. Are you a groupie or are you just
Oh, I met these fellers quite some time ago. Actually, they brought me down at last fall into a tomb and left me there. Was weakened.
That sounds about right, actually. So.
Felix, I left him to die by a small waterfall.
Left to die, which is like the shibboleth of the hapless heroes.
May
That's
I
how we know it was
also-
actually us.
May I also say, Felix, that I was not there.
I only left him for like 5 minutes. It was
No, we left him for dead.
4 months.
I didn't think he was dead. He was net fixing.
Hedrick, I've never had the opportunity to apologize. That was I was going through some stuff.
Oh, it's okay, Mort.
I
You've
wasn't
always held a
there.
special place in my heart.
I really appreciate the fact that he's gone back into the original Hedrick voice, which obviously means that there's definitely something. You know what I mean? Because like.
Oh, if it weren't for Master Captain Lord Quinn Southwind and rescuing me from that cloud giant she-woman was all over me. I had to get away, and these fellers saved me. So now I have an opportunity to play my music, perform for the fans, and hopefully gain some extra coin with you fellas. Gain some notoriety. You certainly are making a name for yourself.
It's cool.
It was my pleasure.
Hold on, Quinn. What are your qualifications?
Well, I'm highly proficient in the musical crafts, and the singing, and the womanizing, and the...
As you're talking, a giant or a coca goose flies onto the ship as well. And I don't believe
I don't think Felix has met Doctor to do either.
from the time he's there.
And Mort mimics that.
Guys, I
You're
actually been
getting much better at it.
Felix is my doctor to do.
Oh, Mort.
Oh, yes.
Not
Yes.
like
No,
this.
yes. Not like this.
Not in a Korokra.
There were pressing things happening at the
Right.
time.
I met him as
Right.
a human when he asked us to fix his fucking toilet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since he got on the
that was
ship, now
funny.
Mort's standing at full attention with his hand to his forehead, waiting for Dr. Dedu to give him orders.
Goose leader. Right. Yeah.
Goose leader.
Dedu just puts his head into his rucksack and pulls out more tiny sausages.
Whoa, you're a general?
Also, I forgot I said that I was actually not here, but it's too late. I guess I'm here now.
You're here.
I forgot I said I was taking care of business, but I guess we'll just
Business
address
was
that.
taken care of. Like at least an hour or two has passed since you were taking
Right.
care of business, and there's been a reconvening. It's been a really busy night, so I don't think anyone is quite sleepy yet.
Okay,
unless,
good.
Unless you're deciding that your character is going to
Not-
turn in at a reasonable hour.
Not yet. Want to suss out the situation. I'm going to look at Quinn, Paradil, and Mort because right now, and Jarrell.
All three of us at the same time.
Jarrell.
All
very
four. You're going to look at four different people at the same
just
time.
kind of like dart my eyes between you guys.
Multivision.
So I've been gone like a little while. All right, and
Yes.
you've accumulated a goose person.
I have no idea who that is.
Mort's even crazier than he was before.
My leader.
You haven't missed much, I can say that.
This burnt out looking dude with this really great mustache. You do have a
Oh,
great
Nick,
mustache.
he's great. He's great.
Hi. Hello.
I didn't know that Hedrick was still alive until
I actually
just now.
I know about
I know
Murph.
deep down you did,
Hi.
Mort.
I'm here too.
Hi, Murph. Yes, we have met. You just why don't you just go? Could you go scrub something?
Ouch.
Basha, the full orc, walks past you and begins washing. I don't even think you've met Basha.
Jesus Christ! There's two. You know what, guys?
A full orc.
I'm just done asking questions. Obviously, you've hired some people, and I'm gonna like lean over to Peridot. You haven't paid them right. You haven't paid them right.
Fuck no.
Oh, okay, good.
Who hired them?
Oh, hey, buddy, could you like maybe drop your voice down to a whisper?
I didn't ask for them.
Okay,
That's not a whisper.
we're not supposed to
I'm
be.
not good at whispering.
It seems like they're just all happy to be here. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I
Finish
don't want to
that
spoil it.
subject.
I don't want to spoil a good thing, but like, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page,
I
right?
think I've seen that orc before.
Yeah.
Okay, just making. Thanks, guys. Just want to make sure. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm sure you'll find some work to do here aboard the airship. Maybe even assist us. Like, as you know, like we're in charge, and I'm going to gesture to myself, Quinn, and Jarrell, and Paradil.
Wow. Okay.
Well, the pleasure's all mine.
So the 4 out of 5 of us.
Snuffed.
The 4 out of 5.
I mean, be honest with yourself. Do you think that Felix would really think that Mort should be in charge of anything?
Yes.
No.
I have gotten this dude out of so many jams.
Your perspective
Are you
is
speaking
gotten
from
them-
Mort?
and gotten them into so many jams as well. I am speaking for Mort.
I appreciate Massimo's perspective on that.
Just saying.
No, I'm saying it seems like you're speaking from Mort. Well, if you think that.
Mort starts sympathizing with the rest of the crew and starts handing them money out of his own pocket. I give
wow.
50 gold.
Oh my god.
50 gold to each of the crew
Oh, you're
members
so generous.
out of my own pocket.
I'm gonna like.
Oh, thank
How many people is that?
Thank you so much.
Like 12.
Pregnant
That's
eats
just
it.
that's just the interns. Like there's also like
Yeah.
30 other people working on this fucking airship.
Well, I give
They're on the payroll of the Omega Project.
Okay,
Right,
good.
Right. They actually get
in
Pregnant
total. I
eats
give,
one of the coins.
okay, that's fine. In total, I give away like 1,000 gold to all the crew members that aren't being paid by the Omega Project.
So you give 50 to each of us.
No, he paid the interns.
I paid the intern.
Someone finally paid the interns. Now they're never going to go away.
Okay, so hold on a second. Now, I want to just catalog the succession of events, right? Last episode, Mort had good advice, right? He did a good thing, and Hoblet was like all about it, right? I forgot what I forgot.
I gave him a rump sack that was covered in shit.
Right,
He also literally smacked sense into Paradil.
Yeah.
right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So he smacked sense into somebody. So we already have Mort smacking sense into someone, and now we have Mort
Generous Mort.
generously paying our unpaid interns.
Correct.
What the fuck is happening?
Well, because you just snuffed me out, so now I feel like one of the like
So we have to bully you into kindness?
When do you
bourgeoisie
I mean, we've been-
proletariat type situation. on this ship.
But we've
Rise
been
up,
snuff-
comrade.
We've been
Fight
snuffing
for
you out
your-
for like months.
We also appreciate the fact that you called it bourgeoisie?
And you're calling it a rump sack. What is a rump sack?
It's just
It's a sack that covers your rump.
I mean, what do you think it is?
it was literally my rump sack. It's the shit that I wore that one. It's just a big burlap sack.
It's just the shit that you wore.
Yeah,
Right. 'Cause there
I
is
don't know
something
what's
called a
going on.
rucksack.
I feel like
rucksack.
it's like some Groucho Marxism going on over there.
That's
I liked it.
that's good. I appreciate that pun. I'm glad we made space for that pun.
We seized the means of conduction.
All right, now we're done.
So,
I mean-
Mort starts a commune on the airship. This episode.
pretty much.
Animal
goodness.
Farm.
So, I mean, whatever. I let
Literally
Mort pay the
his fault.
interns, but
So
I mean, it's out of
also
his
Frankie sees this and his eyes light up a little bit, but he doesn't do anything right away.
yeah. Why don't we just go shake down Dob, and then we'll all get a good night's sleep.
Let's go find him. I think I know what bar he'll be at.
Frankie, on a scale of 1 to in outer space, how fucked up are you right now?
Whose scale?
Okay.
Jupiter.
Which galaxy? Which galaxy?
Your scale or my scale?
Now,
I guess the fact that you have to ask that, you know what, why don't we go with your scale?
I'm fabulous, baby.
Troposphere.
All right, I like 80.
Oh yeah, right on the edge of space there.
All right,
Now-
85% trust Frankie.
previously we had determined that Jarrell could unpoison people, right? And that
Yeah, you can cure poison with lay on hands, but you just
Right.
dumped all your lay on hands in
well,
the
that was
hoblet.
like a day ago.
No, that's
No,
the
this
same
was like
night.
3
just
hours ago
happened, yeah.
tops.
It's
We
the
have
same
not
night.
rested yet.
We're burnt out.
Yeah.
It's 1 in the morning on the night just following the concert.
Well, I'm sorry, some of you are burnt out.
Okay.
But I'm ready to shake down Dob and make sure we get paid so that we can be on our merry way later.
Yep.
I think
All
that
right.
us hanging out in one place for too long is a poor decision.
Frankie can lead you to the scummy hole in the wall where Dob Gelding will probably be laying in a pool of his own vomit at this hour.
What's the name of this scummy hole in the wall?
The Chum Guzzler.
Jesus Christ, that's such a good name for a bar.
I might actually start a bar called the Chum.
Wow.
Hedrick,
Holy shit.
Hedrick wants to address.
Do they have a really good like fish fry Friday?
The Chum
Well-
Guzzler
Yeah.
has good fish.
It smells like fish.
It smells like fish,
Well, no, fish
and it
does
comes
though.
with a great tossed salad.
Fish sticks.
Yes.
They have a great.
There we go.
I hear they have a great tartar sauce there.
I'm excited for the Italian dressing.
This has gone a direction.
a lot grosser than I anticipated.
The regular or the creamy?
Not really.
Creamy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hedrick wants to
Just to
address
be
his
not so
buddy
clear.
Zero. He wants to get up to Zero and say, "Oh, Captain, do you mind if we venture off? You think this is a good plan, Chum Guzzler?"
Oh. The ship won't be ready to go until dawn. You've got some time to kill if you so choose.
We're not gonna fly the airship to a bar in town. Come on, man.
I just want to say goodbye.
I mean,
I miss. my
I'm not
friends.
entirely opposed to it.
Maybe late. It's
Actually,
We
a
just
great
got
idea.
I mean,
That's
if
a
I-
huge
That's
flex.
such
if
a
you
good idea. If we show up to the Chum Guzzler
If
in
the
an
ship were
airship,
ready to go, I would be all about misappropriating Omega Project resources.
It's probably
because, well,
what is it, 5
amuses
blocks
me.
away?
Right.
yeah, no, it is 5 blocks away.
listen. We've garnered enough attention for ourselves. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed the fucking stooge has been standing here the whole time. And I'm going to point at Dilbertram, who has been standing here the whole time taking notes.
Mort's
We're
gonna
not supposed to know he's there.
Mort's gonna walk over to him. And,
He's right there.
Mort's gonna walk over to him and steal his nose.
We're supposed to know he's there. We're just not supposed to act like he's there.
Is he supposed to be doing that? Why is he writing all that
Mort's
down?
taking.
I'm gonna steal his.
Stooge's
I'm gonna
notes.
steal his nose. You know what I mean? Like the.
I thought you were taking his notes, not his nose.
No, his nose.
I heard that too.
Oh, I heard notes.
Right.
No, nose. N-O-S-E.
Notes makes more sense.
Like
but okay.
thumb between fingers.
Yeah, thumb between
Yeah.
fingers. Take his nose.
It's called Gotcha Nose.
Got your nose. I
I
got
got
his
your
nose.
nose.
And I'm gonna wiggle it up in the air and walk away from him.
Does Mort actually believe he has his nose?
Kinda.
Okay.
Roll for
Frankie is continuing to intently watch the demeanor of gorgeous Mort.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you ready to roll, fellas?
Yeah, I mean, let's just roll. He'll figure this out.
Gentlemen, it's 5 blocks to the Chum Guzzler. We've got half a pack of smokes. I think I've got some broken sunglasses. Let's hit it.
Mort's also gonna like go to Frankie Wild and in his ear whisper like, "You got any more of what you had? What you're on right now?"
I really like the cut of your jib. Come walk with me,
Okay, I'm
Mr.
gonna
Mort.
I'm gonna
And
walk with Frankie Wild.
Frankie and Mort kind of walk a little ways away from the group for the duration.
You
of
know
the
what?
walk.
You know what? That's okay. I'm just gonna just keep my eyes.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna keep Slim Shady on them. Who is still like that one-eyed like meatball, like with the 2 eye stalks.
Right.
Like our real
The Beholder.
The Beholder.
Mini, like a
That
mini
thing.
little gazer thing.
A mini Beholder.
Kind of like that.
But the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah, but the
Like
size
that
of a
thing.
grapefruit. more like a honeydew.
Oh, okay. So we're
Yeah.
okay. All right. So that goes on. Frankie talks with Mort a little bit. By the time you get there and you guys rejoin the group, Frankie just turns to Mort. Just pay my offer just a little bit of thought overnight. Sleep on it, if you will.
And I'm just gonna give him a honk as a
Yeah.
honk.
I'm really enjoying all the honking from Mork, so Hedrick wants to inspire him. He just wants to play him a little song and
Sure.
get him jazzed up.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Are we at the bar when this happens?
We are just arriving
This
at
is
the
this
Chum
is like the
Guzzler.
fucking like arrival song.
No, this was just gonna be like a simple little like whispering in his ear, like Morton Mac, he's the best. Goes on the shows and does the best. I don't know, like whatever kind of things are going on. I'm thinking of Charlie and Mac's ear when he's like, "Who's that guy? It's Mac. Yes, it's Mac."
Perfect.
That kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
that's wonderful.
Are you gonna
yes.
wingman me at this bar?
So did you like give him like bardic inspiration essentially? That's fantastic. Quinn, get on this level, man.
Dob Gelding, however, is not hard to find, as he is face down in a pool of beer and drool on the bar.
I'm trying to think. Like, Jarrell is deeply offended by the fact that this man has no intention of paying him.
I'm just gonna say somebody
Yeah,
search his
intention,
pockets.
just not the ability right now.
Okay.
You're offended.
Somebody reach into his pockets.
What? Hold on, guys. Conversation first. More actions to follow.
Jarrell's
Okay,
going.
that's the plan.
We've had a bloody conversation.
No. We like that was earlier. Now we're here. We will have some words, and then we will figure out where this is going to go. Let's not just immediately spring into hostility, guys. This is a public place. We've gained. I'm not sure if you realize the magnitude of the things that we just did.
Coming from the guy who stole a soul.
Coming from the guy who's the most famous person in this area, and you want to just go shake down a stranger. Think about your public image, Lord, Captain, Quinn, Southwind.
Yo, you've got a plan,
Master.
Felix. Maybe we should spin this on this guy so that he has to worry about his public image.
See, now this man gets it.
Jarrell walks over to the drunken. What's his name again?
Dob Gelding.
Dob Gelding, and just picks him up and says, "What do you suggest to do with him?" And I'm going to be holding him.
No, Jarrell!
Mort is gonna ask Jarrell. Jarrell, can't you just wake him up out of his drunken stupor? Lay your hands on him.
I used that all on Hoblet.
Little hands all over him.
He's tired.
I'm gonna
Let's just touch him all over.
I'm gonna shift my direction towards Peridot. Anything you can do here, bud?
To shake down Bob Gelding.
We'll just wake him up so we can
Dob
talk to him.
Gelding.
Totally not
Dob.
Bob Geldof.
Dob Gelding. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have abilities that would aid us in this situation, I don't think.
Jarl just plans to take him outside.
We're gonna fight him?
Blurgle,
No.
Frugwa gods.
Just like carrying him out the door.
You know, if you want to know his intentions, I may have an ability that may detect his thoughts.
Oh no.
I would like to know what
Is
he's
that
thinking.
wise when this man is obviously drunk off his gourd?
Have we brought him outside?
Did anybody stop Jarl from carrying him outside?
I don't think I could physically do that.
You could.
No.
like, emotionally do that.
Mort's gonna stick his fingers.
What happened to that talk you were talking about?
Mort's
Well-
gonna stick his fingers down his throat to make him puke.
Oh, Jarl places him on the ground.
Actually,
because now,
before I get to that, I want to make him a constitution check anyway, just from being picked up.
okay, now he was facing forward at this point.
Yeah, he rolled a 19, so he held it all in until you stuck your finger
So I
down
stuck
his
my
throat.
fingers down his throat.
Then yes, he just barfed all down the front of himself.
Jarl lays him down in front of Felix and turns him on his side.
Are we outside? Are we outside?
We're
Have you
We
outside.
considered
didn't,
that?
I'm not sure. Did you wait
The
until we got outside?
the barkeep actually thanks you for taking him out of there.
Okay.
Okay.
So Jarl took him outside, then Mort stuck his
We're in
finger
the
down.
back alley
Yeah.
where I'm sticking my fingers down his throat so he pukes it all out.
Quinn turns to Felix and goes, okay, well, I didn't think the moral guy would be the one that roughs
I mean,
him up.
I didn't either. So this is like I honestly
I
wasn't
didn't
banking
make
on
him
that.
vomit.
I mean, even I'm shocked.
I know, me too.
Impressed, but shocked.
I'm glad we can agree on this.
Yes.
That's just
Solutions,
Jarl
little
in
man.
charge.
Does he snap back into anything after
Little man.
After
No,
he yaks up his
he's
belly full of
pretty
booze?
out of it right now still.
I tried.
Okay.
Frankie, is that you? Frankie, you made me filthy rich. I love you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So about that filthy rich thing. Nope. I don't have any potential healing anything in here. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna first just like maybe see if it's even worth having a conversation with him right now, or if we should just like take him with us and maybe sober him up before we talk.
The man is drunk.
He's drunk as fuck, but
Puking all over
sometimes drunk leads to the most honesty as well. So like I'm trying to gauge how drunk he is and if he's worth having a conversation with. Like if
Okay, then I can help in that because I have know your enemy. And if I spend 1 minute observing him, I can gauge his constitution score.
He loves you, man. But also, that's what you know about him is he is a very happy drunk right now. Generally, he can hold his liquor pretty well, but he just had the night of his life. He has made it as the greatest manager of all time, and he partied just a little too hard. He overshot.
okay.
Dab,
He also couldn't find anybody to pay them at the end of the show since half of the Hokov vanished before the show was over.
Right.
Dab, I'm looking at Dab. Be like, hey Dab, listen, man. Like, congratulations, it was a successful night. When can we expect to get paid? Just speak very slowly for him.
When I can sign a check.
Okay. In general, when do you think that would be?
I'm drunk right now.
I lay my hand on his shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
Ooh.
all right.
Awful.
Is that reverse vomiting?
No, that's the belch of a lifetime.
I'm just gonna say, Dab, can you just hand me all the money in your pocket right now?
We're not robbing him. We're getting
Stop,
paid.
No, stop.
Nope.
Dab, can you hand me all the money in your pocket right now?
Maybe. Any money I had would have gone to that bartender.
Where is this going anyway?
Trying to take his. He's got the money. I want the money.
He's gonna write us a check.
I've literally like cured him of his drunkenness.
Who carries that kind of gold around?
Maybe you.
In what pockets?
It's literally like 100K he owes us at least.
Hold on.
I'll make you fabulously rich, but it's not like I carry a 50-pound bag of metal in my pocket.
Yeah, he would have been robbed by now, man.
Oh, I'm still so drunk I can't keep my accent straight. Gentlemen, it's been a hell of a night, and you're all going to get paid. I'll even throw in a few extra gold if you can help me sober up.
Why don't we give you a place to stay so that you can sober up and write that check bright and early in the morning? How does that sound, buddy?
I like how this man thinks. I like that I'm going to be able to pay you publicly and keep my credibility in front of everyone. Because that's how I'm going to get more shows.
Yeah, I think this could be a good. This could work. This could work right here. Yeah.
At the very least, he looks nervously at the party. It's a great way to not get my face smashed in.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't do that to you, Dob. I just, it's just one of those things where, like, we just wanted to check in. I know we kind of had to leave in a hurry, with the whole Angus Core situation. Wasn't sure if you were
My
aware
God,
of that.
that was fantastic.
I'm glad you thought so. Yeah, Peridot really kind of saved the day there,
Turned it into a visual arts extravaganza.
Oh, boy.
As he throws
Yeah.
up again.
You know what?
We all had our part.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take any more credit than the rest.
Wow, Peridot, I really appreciate your modesty.
Just at the right time and the right place, man.
As much fun as this is, somebody vomited all over me.
Yeah, that was you. We'll get you
Oh,
a fresh
son of a...
Dob.
To the ship! Jarrell picks him up.
Yeah, Dob, don't worry. When we get there, we'll get you a fresh set of appropriate clothes.
Dob, everybody had their part in vomiting on you. It wasn't just me, okay?
I'm glad this is a team effort.
Yeah, let's put him up. Let's give him some room and board and like maybe a free bunk or like a free bed in the airship.
He can stay on Mort's waterbed.
That way he's also, just like he has really no chance of like ghosting on us and can make do on this promise he's made us to sort of, oh God.
There, now I was able to offer an authentic sound effect for him.
Great, thank you. We needed
Thanks.
that.
Thank you, Dob. That was great. You know what? Why don't we just talk more about this in the morning? Again, congratulations on such a successful show.
Thank you. But seriously, thank all of you. Now, somebody please carry me.
Yeah, that he's doing that, and I'm pointing
Yeah.
at Jarrell. Yeah,
Dob passes out at this point.
that's good. So, fellas, he's out.
He's out.
All right, we're going to take this money. We're going to use this as an opportunity to promote our brand. All right? He said he wanted to pay us publicly. I think we can use this to our advantage. Because not only are we famous pretty much because of Quinn here. Well, I'm sorry, Quinn's famous, but now we're famous because we defeated, like Angus Core, right? Now all of us are famous, right?
Please do not add any more fodder to that fire. We're not famous because of Quinn.
No,
Yeah,
no. Quinn,
That was a dangerous statement.
he got us
I
started.
noticed I didn't say it.
He got us started on the path, but we wrote the end of the story, if you know what I'm saying, to this chapter.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. We're all famous.
Yeah. That's right, Hedrick.
Fantastic.
That's right, Hedrick. I mean, Felix has taken a good liking to him, so he's just like, yeah. It's like a call and response thing, right? Because like Hedrick is just feeding Felix right now. He's giving me the sort of like the hype man, right? Like, he's in the
He's
background.
giving you the hubris. The
Oh, yeah.
hubris is what he's
You're
doing.
goddamn right he is.
Hedrick had almost like a Jedi-like air to that statement.
That's right. We're all. You're right, Hedrick. We're all famous. All of us here right now. We're famous. So what we do next matters. Okay? Because we got Frankie, and he may never play with the Wild Bunch again. Maybe they'll go on tour together. We don't know. But we can use this as an opportunity to continue to fund our operations and show interested parties. And Felix is going to start like almost like very subtly nodding his head in the direction of Dilbertram. That we mean well, and that we are trying to benefit the entire realm with our actions.
Of course.
Right, guys?
Jarrell's been tuning
Yes.
you out.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
More
right,
stop
so
listening a long time
I
ago.
just want to keep keep the motion going. Is this happening on the walk back to the compound
Yes,
in the
yes.
airship?
Oh, you're damn right.
Okay, good. Is there anything else people want to do tonight before people go to sleep?
I mean, there was the thing I wanted to do before reuniting with the party, but now might be the best opportunity.
Okay, what you got?
Remember that when all of the gems fused together?
Yeah.
Did that actually happen yet?
It
Yep,
did,
it did.
right when we first came back to me, and then I took my little mage hand and plopped that in the bag of holding.
Yes, you
at a
did.
safe distance.
There was an explosion when it all came
There
together.
was, yes. And so I wanted to just hide my shame and revisit this at a later time.
Okay.
I would like to take some time late tonight, find like a remote unused lab tent on the grounds here where the airship is, and maybe examine this further, see if I can deduce anything more from this particular object at a safe distance.
That's fantastic. Now, when you say deduce, are you going to try to attune to it?
Oh, I can attune to it?
You could study it without specifically attuning.
Okay.
Because Felix is an Omega Project researcher. He knows the basics of protecting himself from things like this.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that it's so powerful and it came
yeah.
and it's it's associated with rather dark things.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that before I do, before I commit, that I am making a informed decision. So, yes, I would like to maybe make an Arcana check to
Sure.
gather some more information on this thing.
Make an Arcana check.
You know what? And just because I have the use of it still,
Yeah.
so I have. Remember that Elvira had trapped her soul in my
Yes.
little bird cage. So since it's probably still within that 8 hours of that happening,
I think so.
I'm going to actually use one of my soul uses to bolster or borrow some of her experience and give myself advantage on that roll.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. So it's going to be a 16.
A 16. So first, I know better than anybody other than Felix himself what Felix has seen and what he's been exposed to and what lurks at the heart of Felix.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing still scares the bejesus out of you.
Oh, fuck. Okay, it's going back in the bag. Actually, you know what? I'm going to. Is there maybe a hanky nearby, some kind?
I'm sure you could find one around here, even if
Little
you have
kerchief.
to cut a corner off of the tent that you're in or something.
I'm going to do that with delicately, and then use my mage hand to wrap it up inside of the kerchief, and then drop it into the bag of holding.
Yeah. You're pretty smart. You don't know exactly what it does, but you know that you'd better be under
Fucking terrifying.
I wouldn't examine it in anything less than a lead room with guards around it or something. That kind of business.
So we're gonna have to work that out.
Yeah.
Because that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the bag of holding. I'm gonna go back, return to my quarters on the airship, and sleep for whatever else rest of the time I can.
Great. Everybody sleeps on things. Hours pass.
What kind of things, Dave?
Usually mattresses, you dense motherfucker.
Well, I heard talk of a waterbed,
Goose down.
and I know that Paradil has his race car bed. I'm sure there's no way he's traveling without that.
I think that just stays in the manor. That stays at the keep.
It's only one. They can only make one race car bed.
If you choose to
I have a
have
far
it kept
smaller
at the
room
keep,
on
then
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a large room. Everyone's room is maybe about 6 feet wide by 8 feet long.
Yeah. I need more room for
Okay.
activities than the race car bed will allot.
So much room for activities.
Do we have bunk beds?
The only place, the bunks would be in the open bay quarters for the interns and the
Yes.
crew members. The main party heroes all have their own individual rooms.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, in Paradil's room, I'm pretty sure he's on a hammock.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
You're flying
There
in
were
the
plenty
air,
of
there's
hammocks to get in the
turbulence or
hammock
anything.
district.
You want a hammock, boy.
It's just practical.
yeah.
It's like turbulence canceling. I like it.
Yeah, it really is. Except for when the turbulence gets really shitty and then it's turbulence enhancing.
So, does anything happen overnight?
Nothing really happens overnight,
Thank goodness.
and it's morning. And Dob, he awakens and He's still a little blurry. So he's up and about and drinking coffee kind of miserably over one of the tables on the airship because that's just where everybody stayed.
Jarrell has a breakfast sandwich and meat zero on the
No
bridge.
pancakes?
It's not a Thursday. We're getting ready to leave.
I've learned something new about Jarrell today.
He also likes bagels. He's a fan of bagels, breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, he's
all
also a
breakfast.
fan of giving Felix a half-eaten bagel.
Pregnart's
Wanted
devising
you to
his.
hold it.
Pregnard is in the galley inventing his own sugary breakfast cereal.
Awesome.
Has Pregnard prepared any breakfast for the people?
He made my breakfast sandwich. It's fantastic.
Are they called Pregos?
Oh my god!
Yeah, they definitely
The
are.
cereal.
You know what?
It's
goes
in
the
there as long
breakfast
as you're
cereal?
not too picky about what it is.
Are there any Pregos available to eat for breakfast?
No, they've
Wow.
not made it past
That's
the initial
creepy.
R&D stages.
Damn it!
There are some odd-looking samples if you're brave enough.
I am brave enough.
Yeah, Mort eats all the
Excellent.
samples.
Okay, make a Constitution save.
Oh, good.
We'll let the dice decide.
That wasn't terrible. That's a 12.
It's not. Something's not quite right, but you're not actively ill.
Did it at least taste good?
Too much sugar.
I think that's on me.
Yeah. Actually, make a
Performance?
Cooking check.
Yeah, we'll call that a performance check. Sure.
That's a 2.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure what you tasted there.
Jesus.
Oh, no, wait, shit. Sorry. No, that's a 8.
Does the
It's
answer
not
change?
actively offensive, but you've got no standard to compare it to.
Okay. I'll accept that answer.
The whole was stranger than the sum of its parts.
Like I said, they're not past the initial R&D stages.
That's okay.
There's never been a breakfast cereal like this before.
Yeah.
I know. I'm honored to have
And
tried the
yeah,
first
Felix
one of the
can
alpha
res-
stages.
You can respect the science.
Yes. Thanks, man. That was. I think you got some work to do.
You're welcome. Making breakfast cereal will be yummy one day.
It's the greatest character voice of all time.
And like, not only is it a good character voice, but it's literally like this dude just speaks in run-on sentences. They're just all like just
and when
stumble
I
into
say
each other.
voice, it's kind of in air quotes, and it's a little more all-encompassing.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Like
the way
finding your voice.
the way I think I form his speech is that like there's always a stupid run-on sentence going on in his head, and he can just mute it. And whenever he's speaking, it's just like boop,
What he's thinking.
not muted.
Immediately.
You're just dropping in mid-conversation with
Oh,
himself,
yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
I think Hedrick is like rubbing his eyes, just still waking up, walks into the galley and sees it, goes, "Whoa, did the frog make breakfast?"
Is what would you like? Would you like mystery breakfast
I'll try
Pregos?
it, man, I'm starving. All right.
Here is sample 4.
Okay, Hedrick, make a Constitution save.
Here we go.
Yeah, and Pregnart, make another performance check for sample number 4.
What is that?
That's a 20.
That's a 20. It tastes fantastic.
But
That's a 15.
You flipped it.
Yeah, you
I
flipped
did
it.
not.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was on a 5.
Yeah,
It was
I
on
did
a
the same
5.
thing.
I saw a single digit. 5.
The deliciousness was unfortunately incompatible with your stomach.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a frog's breakfast.
I mean, you've got to determine whether the risk reward for that kind of flavor was worth it, because that thing had some flavor.
Well, you figured like sugar smacks were good, so whatever like Pregnant would be cooking up.
well, I think the thing is that
Be on
okay,
fire.
so like Kellogg's cornflakes were initially like mold flakes that they like distilled. They like basically honed accidental mold growth into a better tasting thing. So I think that's like similar to this process. That's
Into
going
a
on.
cereal that was designed to make people not masturbate.
And that was the other Kellogg.
I thought that was the same Kellogg as the cornflakes.
There were two. There
I
were
am
two
learning
brothers.
so many new things today.
I've
Two
ate,
different Kellogg's.
There
I've
were
ate a lot of
two-
Kellogg's and
yeah.
I've masturbated a ton, so I don't think.
There were two Kellogg's brothers. There were two Kellogg's. One was the cereal maker. The other was the sanitarium runner.
I'm also wondering if you've ever.
I'm going to have to
masturbated
reread on
into your
that. That's
Kellogg's.
fantastic. It turned into a great story in
That's
my
how
head.
Frosted Flakes were born.
Come on is right.
Holy shit.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
are we?
Pregnard says again he says,
Mr. Music Man, would you like a good old trusty breakfast sandwich?
Yeah, anything.
Jarrell pokes his head on. The breakfast sandwiches are quite delicious. And Jarrell goes back to the bread.
Yeah, the breakfast sandwiches are not an experiment. They're tried and true.
Would you like the ham or the snails?
I'll try the ham.
Good choice.
It's a very good choice. Dob kind of slurs out. I tried the snails. I was hoping I could get some of that escargot life. It didn't work for me.
Yeah, hey, Dob. Morning, by the way.
It is morning, yes.
Has anyone gotten you any coffee?
or a pen.
Interns!
Or a pen.
Right here.
Murph, can you get this man, this fine man, some
Basha
coffee?
walks over with the coffee already.
Murph, you're useless. Look at this guy.
Basha bows and walks away.
I feel like orc coffee is like
just
going to be
trying,
especially strong.
It's like whatever Death Wish coffee is, but like 2 steps past that.
I was thinking more like Klingon Raktajino. Anybody familiar with? Anybody watch DS9?
No.
It's
not
definitely-
enough of it, but it was a Klingon drink, so I feel like I know where it's going.
Klingon coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has all of the ingredients intact. Nothing is filtered. Right. It's super strong.
yeah.
You're
Grounds.
really
It's
just
really
chewing
gritty.
on slightly muddy grounds.
You're chewing,
Honestly,
you're
that's-
chewing on
That's
ground.
probably what Dob needs right now, so yes. Go ahead, Basha, pour the man a cup.
Okay. So, I've got a crisis here. There could be an opportunity. I can't see too well to sign properly on a normal piece of paper. But this is an opportunity for everyone. You, what was your name, Murph?
Yes.
Fetch us a very large check.
A what?
A very large check.
A
The
large.
kind they do presentations with.
So like I want $1 million kind of check.
Million gold, yeah.
We're
those
paying
checks.
out
Million gold?
100,000-ish gold, more or less. Some kind of Hollywood accounting.
Oh.
It seems apropos. You were looking to make this a spectacle, weren't you, Felix?
You're absolutely correct, yes.
Then let's spectacleize it. Because I'm Dob Gelding, and spectacle is what I do now.
You're damn right.
I like where his head's
Whomp.
at.
His head is now back on the table.
Dob, hey. We're gonna clap.
I'm awake. I'm just not upright.
I shall get the large check.
Please, Murph. Please,
Do it!
Please do that.
And he runs out the door.
Wait, out the door, like what door?
Well, out the, I don't know, down the zip line to get off the airship.
Fire a harpoon to do that first.
Fire your goddamn harpoon.
There's a ladder.
A ballista.
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
ballista.
so take this back a second. Murph is literally running around trying to find the place to get off the airship.
There's a
Dude,
ladder.
you fired a ballista.
And he lands on the ballista.
He first goes to the ballista, looks at the device, and tries to shoot the harpoon. Decides probably not the best idea.
We're still indoors.
right. Then sees the ladder, kind of looks around, notices people are kind of looking at him a little weird, and just slowly backs down the ladder.
First of all, are we in the air? I thought we were just like docked.
No, we're still in dry dock,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
But it's
But
So
the
you
dry
could
dock's gotta be
you could
shot.
just jump overboard.
Well, the deck of the ship is still
I'm also a
high off the
halfling.
ground.
The
Right.
the deck of the ship is probably a good 50 feet off the ground. There's
Yeah,
several
you can roll
decks
for that
tall.
damage.
3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I was wondering about the air elemental and what kind of chamber and how it's contained and the propulsion of the ship. So
Also, how is it being treated?
is that installed?
We just like imprisoned a sentient being.
It is more or less imprisoned, but the dwarves especially have gotten a pretty good lock on it since they've been doing captive fire elementals in brass tanks for steam power for about 2 generations now. They're pretty good, and that sort of the Omega Project was able to repurpose something like that.
Does it have like a magazine in there?
You're concerned about the actual treatment of the air elemental.
Well,
yeah.
So
it does have this is True Power, and True Power always gets a magazine.
Enslavement is not necessarily treating them well.
No, it's the exact opposite.
Right, that's what I think you're concerned about them being treated well.
It's just a being of like just pure energy. It's like,
Does it have a couch? An air mattress, maybe?
Jesus. Get him out of here!
And she.
That was fun.
We're going to transition away because I feel like that's a good walk-off joke from that one. Frankie Wilde saunters his way out. The first thing he's looking for this morning is Mort and Mac. Mort, where are you to be found? Are you to be found?
I am in the kitchen eating every scrap of food that Pregnart has like discarded from all of his cooking for
I feel like I'm just like making you little bite-sized treats that I can like flipper into your mouth from across the kitchen.
So I'm in the kitchen with Pregnart.
What's he wearing today?
So Mort is wearing a Oriental rug that he fashioned as a like a poncho.
Not an occidental rug.
Not an accidental rug, an Oriental rug.
Okay.
I don't know. If it's him, it's probably an accidental rug.
There you go.
Whoa.
It's an accidental rug, for the record, Fessy.
And for all the bottles of wine he drank last night, all the corks from the uncorked bottles, he is.
Wait, from the uncorked bottles? Oh, okay.
I've uncorked the bottles, and now I am using the corks as dangly fashion accessories.
Like fringe?
Earrings, fringe, like ankle bracelets. They're all around my toes. I'm basically like wearing a bunch. Like if you threw me in the water, I'd float with all like the. They look like little buoys just hanging out from like everything that's my arms, my fingers, my toes.
You're just
my
made
neck,
of cork.
my ear. Yeah. So it's just an Oriental
Does
rug
this fall
poncho.
into BDSM?
Maybe
The cork could be argued.
it could be.
No.
The cork could be
Then
argued
where do we draw the
as
line?
in favor of that.
It's the consensual non-consent of BDSM.
Correct.
Right. What?
No one knows. Moving on.
And then a large pale bucket, like a steel bucket, as a hat.
Fantastic. Frankie Wilde makes a beeline for you when he sees you. Mort, now that we've seen the light of day, have you given any thought to my offer?
I have. I accept.
Fantastic! Capital! There's never been another rock star like you, I promise.
Wait, what? Did we all hear this?
If you're on the side, yeah, you probably heard that part, but
No.
you don't know what it was.
The kitchen has a microphone for when they call out orders,
Of course they do.
and I was pressing down the microphone the entire time
With your elbow.
with my elbow.
Because that is how a rock star does it.
So everybody heard that.
So Mort is now.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you
Is this
the new
over
front...
the megaphone?
Oh, yes. No, Frankie is the sort of person who would absolutely snatch it to make a bold declaration.
Of course.
You should get like the classic.
Yes. I have decided to retire from the life of show business to take on the bigger and greater challenges of saving the world.
In the back, you hear, "No, Frankie, don't do it."
Frankie, no.
But in the meantime, I have offered and he has accepted. The gorgeous Morton Mac will be the new front man for the Wild Bunch.
I was going to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
I'd like to change the name to Morton Mac and the Dadoos.
Honk.
Then I will talk to Chops McGonagall. I will talk to Beef. And I will talk down to Combustulo. Because he is, of course, so very short. But you are the rock star, you are the front man, and if that is your will, it will be done!
Wait. Mort, is that true?
I mean, it's always been a dream of mine, so I figured I'd try it out.
Hey man, the road ain't that bad. That sounds like a wicked name.
Good luck, buddy.
Can we...
Are you still planning on marrying that girl?
Which girl?
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Mursa, Marda,
It's for the best.
Marinda.
Mulva. I don't know if I know any Mulvas.
Magda.
Magda. It's not ringing a bell.
From the guy who wasn't there.
Someone. I think Frankie did something to Mort when they went off and.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie did sort of introduce him to pharmaceutical
There we
delights.
go. That's what happens sometimes.
More high as fuck.
Well, thanks for laying it out there for the
Layman.
Sorry,
yeah,
right now.
those people. So, Mort, what does that mean?
It means I'm gonna be living the tour life. Me and the band, we're just gonna go all around Telduria, and I'm gonna play for the people.
Do it. Play for the people. Spread the good news of rock and roll.
Gonna play songs like "Tie Your America's Mother Down," and another one, "Crits the Dust," and "You're My Best Familiar."
That's my favorite.
We were gonna do more Conway Twitty covers, but
Unicycle ride.
Good old fashioned Sorcerer Boy.
that's actually that's our bread and butter. That's our first single that's being put out.
Crazy little thing called blood.
Like that.
Wow. I mean, obviously, it seems like you have it figured out, Mort. I guess I'm surprised.
I think my dad would have been proud of me.
Killer Queen is still Killer Queen.
I think so too.
As is the Fairy Feller's Masterstroke.
Jeez.
The fact that that's
It's a great song
It's a
title.
great song title.
That's so good. Wow. So I guess is this goodbye for now, Mort?
Yeah, more or less. I'll send you an album every once in a while. Maybe some royalties.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, you know what? Before you go, would you mind if we just got that in writing?
Yeah, who's got a pen?
Oh, I do, and I'll pull out my forgery kit.
Special
The
forgery
fraudulent
pen.
Felix Fizzlebottom.
Yeah.
Does Jarrell see this happening?
No, Jarrell's on the bridge with 0.
Listen, a forgery kit is just it's called a forgery kit because it just has all
for
of the
forgery.
tools you need to forge.
Right.
But inside there happens to be an ink, ink and quill, and like some parchment, and that's really all we need. It's not like I'm trying to forge anything. I'm just writing an official agreement.
Okay.
But I have to make a check with my forgery kit to make sure that the language is tight.
Legally binding.
So you're looking to write a contract in your favor. I would like that.
Charisma?
as- Yeah,
Deception?
that's a deception roll.
I will fucking take it.
That's not going to do it.
Compared to your insight?
That's still a 14.
Okay.
Compared to Mort's
So we're gonna
insight.
hang on to that 14. Mort, if you would like to go over it, it would be an insight check, and you can, if you pass that, you can redline any of the offensive passages.
Oh, that's a 19.
Yeah. Okay, so I had actually added
So-
a clause in there where he was actually going to be paying us for the next 40 years. And
Mort sees what he was trying to do and sticks his hand in the bottle of ink with his middle finger, and he gets his entire, like the front of his hand dipped in ink. And I just stamp my middle fingerprint on the piece of paper.
That counts, right?
I do believe that counts as redlining
Yeah,
from a legal
Felix.
perspective.
yes,
Right.
thank you, Mort. I appreciate that we could do this together. I fully support you and wish you all the
And
success
then
in the world.
Mort pinches his lips shut.
Gets ink all over my lips. Is it the same finger?
Yes.
Gets ink all over your lips.
So like just like a section of my mustache is like colored like dark from the ink.
Yes.
Oh goodness. Yes.
It's the least you deserve for that attempt.
I mean, I tried, guys.
Quinn hands him a signed portrait of Quinn, autographed, and he just kind of puts his hand on Mort's shoulder, goes, "Don't forget where you came from."
And I kiss the picture. And then I kiss Quinn.
Passionately?
Tongue out first.
On the
wow.
lips.
Yeah. No, just it's all tongue. I just stick my
Just
tongue out
on
at
my
you.
face.
He's just like licking your face pretty much is
Pretty
what
much.
he's saying.
It was so nice to have worked with you.
So we got that Jarrell.
that.
Jarrell's up on the bridge with 0.
Well, after hearing that Mort is like leaving, Jarrell will walk back and he will hand Mort from his chest set a white knight and say, "We will certainly miss you. You are a worthy companion and a fantastic fighter. I've seen you kill more things, almost more than Hoblet."
He's a national treasure.
I stick the knight in my undergarments.
He didn't expect any less from you. He's happy you're wearing undergarments this time.
Correct.
All right. Let's see. So we know what Pregnart's doing, but how about Paradil? What's he up to right now?
Paradil's probably just practicing his swordsmanship.
Oh, okay.
That's not a euphemism.
Hopscotch on the lower deck.
Yeah. Sharpening
yet.
his blades and practicing.
Right,
his,
you're actually
cast
doing
words.
that. It's not like you're pre-ritualizing.
No.
No.
No. Hedrick, what have you been up to? You well, actually, no, you were there. You were
I was in the kitchen
sampling the wares.
finishing
Yeah.
breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
And Mort's there. I really am shocked. Like, Mort, I can't believe it. I'm gonna miss you so much. By the way, goddamn, that outfit is amazing. Really ties this room together. Man, I've just learned so much from you, and I just know you're gonna touch so many people when you're out on the road playing your thing, band, doing your music, man.
Probably touch a lot of people.
I am going to say that to him.
Many
I
people
am
are going to be touched.
I am
I'm just
going
nodding
to
and
touch
laughing.
a lot of people.
I'm just nodding and laughing because I finally got the ties the room together joke.
Personal
It was-
recommendation: ask for ID before you touch.
Oh, gross, Frankie.
Mort's still celibate. We all know that.
Yeah, he's definitely celibate. We've all agreed.
100% celibate.
100%.
It's gonna be a great stage trick when you cast whatever
Mirror image?
mirror image on yourself. Yeah.
Mort cast mirror image right now.
And in this moment, Mort is fucking radiant. Like this is the way you should all be remembering Mort. In a stylish outfit of an accidental rug and quirks like nobody believes, multiplied by 5 and taking up the center of attention.
Yeah, and like a dirty, like old fish bucket as a hat.
Dirty old fish bucket. Hang on to this moment and keep it frozen in time. This is peak Mort. And as that happens, the oncoming beat of what sound like horses' hooves running into the courtyard.
Oh boy. What? Can we go above deck?
If you so choose. But Mort, what are you doing right now?
Well, after I just say goodbye to everybody, I was just gonna exit like stage right, and I was just gonna run right out and jump off the ship.
Roll for fall damage.
5d6.
5d6.
Yes. It's about 50 feet, so.
Wild card, baby!
It's the more exit possible.
22 damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he's
you
still
take
up.
22
Still
fall
good.
damage.
good.
Nothing terrible. Slightly wounded pride, that's about it.
And then I just run out of the encapsulation, and I'm gone forever.
All
Yeah,
six.
Mort runs off to meet his fate. Gone forever, but not gone from the public eye. Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise a glass once for the gorgeous Morton Mac.
And Chubbs.
And Chubbs, who will be following the band, I'm sure.
Massimo, is there anything you'd like to say to the people at home listening?
Well, hold this for a second.
And I figure Mort is zooming out, while zooming in appears to be what looks like a woman in a lab coat riding really far forward on a horse. But as it gets closer, the woman also is the horse.
Oh.
Wait, what?
And
Oh,
Yes. So a centaur who kind of looks like if you took the sexy librarian look, but added about 6 hours of dishevelment.
And half a horse.
Yeah. Well, yes. With the bottom half of a horse.
Okay.
In
most of a horse.
In in one of those high buns of dark hair is jammed 2 pencils, a magic wand, some other stick. Her lab coat is slightly rumpled and a very long lab coat because she does stand about 7 feet tall.
In an
She's a
afro
horse.
pick.
Huh?
In an afro pick.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite that. There's no scientific application for it.
Looking good.
Well, yeah, I guess there is that.
That is a scientific application.
There it
Keeping your
is.
fro round and strong.
Yeah. Also, one of those drawing compasses.
Nice.
Dope.
So, rolls on into the courtyard in a bit of a frenzy. My gosh, I haven't lost you yet. Omega Project Prototype Zero, are you around? I need to speak with you urgently.
Zero's got centaur friends? Man, what the fuck's going on over here?
Well, Felix, you might recognize her too. She's a prominent scientist in the Omega Project.
Do I recognize her?
Let make a very basic roll on this one.
With basic role like history? Because that's a 15.
Yeah, 15. Oh, yeah, a 15. You would recognize her. She's one of the senior researchers in the medical in the medical departments.
And what's her name?
Her name is Rixa Kovac.
Oh,
Rixxa Kovac. And she is the world's leading specialist in infectious diseases.
Oh,
Yes, I did. But we're going to hang on to that one.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Damn it.
You know what? Felix, you can tell everyone her common nickname at the project.
She's the centaur for disease control.
And that's where we're going to end our episode for this evening. If you like us, we can be found on the internet. We're in many places. We're on Twitter at Hapless Heroes. We're on Reddit /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We are on Instagram. Look for Hapless Heroes Podcast, and you can look for it on that same name on Facebook. All of those will take you to the crown jewel of our social media presence, our Discord server, where you can interact with us, the cast, anytime you feel like. We'll be there. We're only a ping away.
Right.
We're usually pretty active during the daytime on the East Coast because, well, frankly, that's when we're awake and not with our
Literally
families
all
and
of us
stuff.
live, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all on, the Beast Coast.
Current cast members, former cast members, guests, like friends, other listeners, like just got a wonderful community in that Discord server. It makes me so happy.
It is. It's a budding community. It is absolutely wonderful. It's vibrant. It is the place you want to be. If you consider yourself a real fan of the Hapless Heroes podcast, we would love to have you there. Now, if you really, really like us, you can leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We're on Apple iTunes. We're on Google Play Music. We're on Stitcher. We are, of course, hosted on Podbean.
And we're on Spotify.
Yes, we are, because we've made it now. I don't know where it is, but we've made it there.
Well, they just made it easier to put podcasts on there.
We've made it to a time where Spotify made it easier to put a podcast on it.
Damn right.
There we go.
Thanks,
If you like
Spotify.
it, put a podcast on it.
I like where this man's head's at.
Now, if you really, really like us, you can donate to our Patreon.
It's patreon.com/haplessheroes.
Yeah, there it is. And that'll get you access to the special patrons channel in our Discord. It'll get you access to our outtakes, which are both in that patrons channel and on our Patreon as a whole. Other fabulous rewards for various tiers. It could get you, James's notebook, or at least copies of James's notebook. What else do we do for that?
I mean, we got a lot. You can even, if we have a couple people who've donated at the $20 level who've had the pleasure of submitting story arcs to us. We're still waiting for Jake's, but he's catching up.
Yeah, Jake and I are working on something.
That's fabulous. And we have one from Ominous Primus, actually, that I'm very excited to dip our toes into, whichever one of us gets to it first.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really psyched about it. It's basically whichever one of me or Fran reaches into the bucket and snatches it out first.
Right, and the disclaimer is that we will freely adapt it to our whims.
Yeah.
but keep in the spirit of what you had given us.
Yeah, but the things we've seen so far are crushing it. It's absolutely
Incredible.
fantastic.
And if you like us right now, you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal, please write for Morton Mac a little ditty, a little tribute to his character, to his spirit, like Phil did. And it goes a little something like this.
Oh, I sure miss my buddy. He'll wear such fancy clothes, but sometimes that means burlap sacks and shoes with open toes. He's handsome in an apron, but doesn't cook or clean. He's often overwhelming and he's usually obscene. Oh, I wonder what would Morton do if he was here today. He'd probably shout a honk or two. That's what Morton Mac would do. He's often in bright colors, or hardly clothed at all. No matter what he's wearing, he's always down to brawl. He lost a dad, but he gained a wife, a mostly noble act. A mutual agreement with no physical contact. Oh, wonder what would Morton do if he was here today. He'd probably shout a honk or two. That's what Morton Mac would do. I remember meeting Morton Mac at the last wall. The portent of unbridled light will surely save us all. And though I was left behind on that fateful day, 'twas dear old Mort who did retort. We made him back that way. Oh, I wonder what would Morton do if he was here today. He'd magic surge and he'd proudly cry, wander off for God knows why, returning much to our surprise. His vibrant colors will burn your eyes. I need a break.
Big finish. Big finish.
He'd cry some more and drink his fill, demanding that we foot the bill, fuck shit up and go to jail. And after we had paid his bail, throw a tantrum on the street and use his tears to wash his feet. 'Cause he's longing for a father's love, 'cause he never had before, because he's spoiled and brash and arrogant, and often has that pungent sense. No one knows quite what to say. What's he gonna wear today? He'd proudly shout a honk for you. That's what Morton Mac would do.
Yay.
Phil, that was great.
Mort, Massimo.
Yeah, if you guys haven't realized by now, I'm going to be taking a step back from the podcast for a little while. It's kind of undetermined, but it has been a ton of fun. I've genuinely enjoyed how weird this character has made me and how weird everybody at this table has made me. It's brought out like a really odd and very fun part of myself that I didn't even really know that
Existed, yeah.
existed.
Nor did I,
So,
and I've lived with you.
honestly,
I've known you my
yeah.
entire life.
This has just been a wonderful, wonderful treat, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that listened, especially Thezi for creating that sheet. Just
Documenting every outfit.
Yes, your dedication to that, and how people kind of embraced how weird and kind of insane I was this entire time, and kind of derailed a lot of the things that we did on this podcast a lot of the times. And to Francesco and Dave for figuring out how to put us back on track after that. It's just been a ton of fun.
Well, I appreciate that.
Phil, that song is incredible.
Exiting regular rotation, but we'll come back,
Yeah,
right?
but we'll
Okay.
come back.
Yeah.
That was a loungy Hedrick version of the song. Like,
Yes,
It was
Hedrick covering
phenomenal.
the song.
Right,
I
and
like
there's
those
another
sleepy
version.
vocals.
Another version up on our Discord, actually. So you get two versions.
Oh yeah. Go to the Discord.
Go to the Discord because the song is incredible.
Yeah, and Massimo's still going to be there from time to time, popping
will.
his head and saying hello, having ridiculous arguments with people.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
is chili a soup and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still just a ping away. But thank you so much, everybody.
It has been our pleasure and our displeasure to have Massimo at the table and Mort at the table, respectively.
Right. Thanks.
2 tearjerker episodes in a row.
I know.
So
Sad.
the only thing I have left to do, we're just gonna outro our cast. To my left, as Parrot of Lincolnwoods, we have Zach.
Good night.
To his left, as Lord Jarrell the Light, we have John.
Until next time.
To his left is Felix Fizzlebottom. We have Francesco.
Make us proud, Mort, and remember, always have a plan.
To his left, as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, we have Mike.
I don't think I've ever been with a centaur.
Skipping just one over, just for a moment, to the far left of, to my right, but all the way around the table, we have Hedrick the Entertainer, played by Phil.
Happy trails, Mort. I sure am gonna miss you.
My name is Dave. I've been your host. I've been your dungeon master. But one last time, we were enhanced by your presence. We will be diminished by your absence. Ladies and gentlemen out in Radio Land, raise a glass for the one and only Morton Mac, played by Massimo.
We're gonna go to do it.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Good night. Bye.
Goodbye.
Horse pussy.
Goodbye.
What? Horse pussy? Wow.
How do you
That's
know?
how we ended that?
But how do you know it's which parts it has?
Because it's the bottom part.
What?
What could be?
No.
You're all demented.
They do all
reprobates.
sorts of different
There's
shit.
no
I don't know
question.
what kind of level they're on.
It's a horse dick.
Well, yeah, then that's what I'm trying to say.
It's a mare vagina.
Great.